it's one thing to create multimedia, but it's another thing to publish your multimedia, to get it out beyond the walls of the classroom. There's some issues, though, with publishing multimedia. Mainly, the file sizes are huge. But anytime that you work with audio and video and images, you get very large files. So it's hard to move those big, large files, especially across the server or something like that. So you get size issues. But the other thing is, before you go forward with this module, make sure you know what your policy is in your school and in your district about publishing student work. Is it acceptable? Can it only be published in certain places? Can it be published at all? A lot of districts say no, it can't be published if there's a student name tied to it. So make sure before you move forward that you have all those things kind of answered to make sure that you're not violating any policy. Now, I'm going to show you a wide variety of resources, and then we'll talk about kind of the pros and cons of all of them. Well, you've already heard through the earlier modules about Google Sites. Now, Google Sites has the ability to very easily embed video. So you can embed video right in here and have it here. The reason I started here is because you can make Google Sites private and only invite your students or select parents if they have email addresses or something like that. You can make it private and locked down. And that's why I started here. The second reason I started here is because it's easy. So if you already started a Google site, you might want to think about that. Another resource you've already heard about is Google Docs. Now, Google Docs, one of the features of Google Docs is the ability to make a folder. So you can make a folder, let's say you did a landforms project. You can make your landforms folder, and students could save their projects right into that folder, and they could you basically share the whole folder with the class. So that's another way that you can do it. And again, that would be private to whoever you are sharing that folder with. Wiki Spaces is another option. If you have a private wiki space, you can upload. It doesn't handle multimedia as well as some other places, but it is an option. So if you already have a wiki, you could go ahead and post those. There is a limit to how much space you can have on your wiki, and with the multimedia being kind of big, maybe this isn't your best. So you have to kind of play with your options here. In VoiceThread, you can go ahead and upload it, but what I love about VoiceThread is then you can invite people to come collaborate on the project. And so what you do, the first thing you do is you log in and you create a free account. So the teacher would do this, and then you would go ahead and upload the presentation that was already created. And then you would invite people by sending them an email to ask them to come in comment. So you could invite the superintendent, you can invite the other teachers to come in and comment on student projects. You can leave voice comments, comments using your webcam. You could type comments. It's really very flexible. So that's another really good option. Glogster is another thing that you can do now. Glogster brings together images, videos, music, and text, and all pretty backgrounds and all that other stuff. So that definitely is another possibility that we've covered in another module. So think about that. Again, back to follow the policy. I feel like I have to say that again. All right, now Schooltube is a group that would like you to host your student videos on their site. And there's different fee structures. You can post some for free, but then once you hit a certain number, or if you want different security, then there's a fee for that. The biggie. This is where every kid or every student wants to publish their work, and that's on YouTube. But again, make sure that, first of all, that you don't violate any copyright. You don't have copyrighted songs in there. You've used copyrighted images, things like that. This is the giant of them all. But you may not want student projects on there. You may not want student little faces on there. It just really, really back to that whole follow the policy thing. All right. Flickr now accepts not only photos, but it also accepts video. I'm looking right below those cute little shoes. On average, 5,600 images in the last minute. It's amazing how many images are in there. So, but don't forget, you can also upload videos there. You can set it public and private, but there's just not as many privacy settings here. So those are just a few of the places. Of course, I didn't even touch that. I'm sure everybody that Facebook's knows you could upload it right to Facebook. But I wanted to show ones that really we can use in school. So just make sure you understand what the rules and what the limits are. And good luck publishing your multimedia.